up? It is Laura from Laura Marie Plans, and I am here for another Plan With video, but this is a throwback bonus plan with me. So this spread I actually did as my very first spread for this year's planner for 2023. It was the week of the 26th through the 1st. So it was 99% or 90, I don't know. 6 divided by 7, whatever that is, in last year / in December of last year. But the other 10 something percent was in this year. And I filmed this plan with me because I last minute decided to do 2 spreads for this week. Basically every year I have the debate, should I do a spread in the same spread in my old planner as I do in my new planner, and I ended up doing it this year, which I do feel like I do it most years because I just love planning. But I ended up doing it this year with this kit because I felt like it really reminded me of my Thai wedding. So I did get married in 2022, and then 6 months later, so we got married in May in Maryland, where not really where we grew up, that's not where we got married, but Maryland is where we grew up. So basically same thing. So we got married, and then 6 months later we went to Thailand and we had a second wedding, and it was so fun. Each wedding was very different from the other. One was a lot more intimate and small and just family, and the other one was more like partying and lots of people. So it was just really, really fun. And one of them was, more Thai traditional, and the other one was more Americanized as usual. So I have been holding on to this video, and if I'm being honest, I'm stretching videos for this Planmas, even though I'm not even uploading every day. I'm just busy with work, busy with things, busy with life. And I was like, you know what? I need to export this video. First of all, I need to get it off my phone footage because that's what I film on, and it's just taking up my whole phone storage. I just haven't known what to say over this spread. And if I'm being honest, I have asked for questions so many times, and every time, I literally asked for it the other day on my Vlogmas on Instagram. Every time I forget to screenshot the questions. So here we are again. I have decided I'm just gonna, reminisce, talk about the plans, talk about the trip. It was a really fun trip. I'm planning on hopefully going to Thailand again next year in 2024. But yeah, it was a fun trip. So I basically used this kit, which this was a mystery from SPC. I wasn't that big of a fan of it, but again, gave me huge wedding vibes. It reminded me of the dress I wore, the Thai looking sari dress I wore. It's not a sari because that's not my culture, but it looks like that. And it just reminded me of the colors and just everything. My cousins all know in Thailand that I love pink, so they really went hard on this peachy nude pink color that I think came out really nice. And I did buy custom scripts in matte bronze. This was my first also all matte bronze spread moment, which I feel like I've had quite a few now in this year's planner, but this was my first one. I also wasn't using underlays in every single spread like I am now. So there is bougie, just bougie, not additional underlays like I do now. But yeah, I did buy these scripts a while ago from Planahanna, so some of them are obviously in her older fonts. But I do really remember this trip, so I feel like it'll be fun to go back. And if you ask me a question on Instagram, I'm sorry that I'm just terrible at this whole thing. But I hope you guys enjoy this bonus Planmas video. I am just trying to have more content. I figure y'all love Plan With Me's. I love Plan With Me's. I will literally watch anyone's Plan With Me from whenever it is. So I figured it'd be fun. Also the footage, because I filmed it so long ago, I had something wrong with my phone back then in my settings that I have now fixed a while ago. But Jake had to help me in Premiere, the editing software I use, to actually go in and edit it. So if it does seem a little bright or off-colored, that is why. I will not be posting these pictures of this spread on my Instagram So this is your one-stop shop to see this spread in full. And like I said, it's my very first spread of the year. It will be in my planner archives video when I do that in the new year. But yeah, I did cut out a lot of things. In my OG spread, I had extender after extender. Um, I don't really know why I didn't do that in the spread, but I didn't. So in the sidebar, I marked Jake and Laura and that I hung out with my cousins. And starting on Monday, we drove to Holhen, which is the beach town that my family has a resort in. And that was always really fun to stay at the resort. So we drove there. My family was actually, because my parents are in Thailand right now when I'm filming this, they have been there for almost 6 weeks. They're coming home on like December 20th, which is probably when this video is going up or around. But they were just there themselves. So that was fun for them. I marked Rune Canuck Resort, which is the name of my family resort. If you want to go stay there, go right ahead. It's in Hoi in Thailand. It's great. It's like 2.5 hours from Bangkok. It's a great little resort. And then I marked that I hung out with my in-laws. We basically took my husband's family with us. So my brother-in-law, my father-in-law, and my father-in-law's wife. And the whole rest of my family, because this was like a whole family reunion trip, stayed in this like mansion in somewhere else. But then the mansion ended up sucking and like their water didn't get hot and like their plugs didn't work. It was like this whole thing. So it was kind of funny because we had a great stay at my family resort. But basically too many of my family members would have had to stay at my family resort, and my family resort isn't that big. So they had to stay somewhere else. I marked that we had a family dinner. We got rolled ice cream this day, which was so freaking good. It was so good. And then we went to the night market this night, which I just love going to the night market. On Tuesday, I had fried chicken and lad chong, which is like my favorite combo. They have the best fried chicken down there. And then lad chong is the name of the Queen's dessert in Thailand. That's just like jelly and coconut milk, and I don't know what it is, guys, but it's the most amazing thing ever. I had a massage this day, and then hung out with my cousin's kiddos. So just played with them while they played in the pool. And then we had a night of karaoke. We had like a barbecue this night. My cousin like grilled a bunch of meat. And then we had a karaoke night at the like mansion my family was staying at. And then I just marked cousin time. And then I hung out with Jake and John, my husband and brother-in-law. And then I took a bath this night because my room at the resort had a bath. And I was like, obviously I have to try this. It's like in my family name that I have to try out this bath. And it was amazing. On Wednesday, we went back to Bangkok, and on the way home, we stopped for a family lunch. I remember this like more than I remember my last week. This was just such a good trip, and like how like you have the best trip of your life and you remember each thing so vividly. That's how this is. Also love that everything is in a script here. Like, oh, does that make the spread? We stopped at this Thai snack shop that I actually hope my parents stopped at on the way home from their trip, because I literally sent in the exact thing I wanted from this trip that I got at this exact store. They were the best sweet taro chips for really, really cheap. So I asked my parents to get me a bunch on their way home on their current trip. So hopefully they came through, but I loved that Thai snack shop. And then we got home, we kind of unpacked, and then this night I took my in-laws and my husband to Siam Square, which is like shopping. So we just did some shopping. We ate, I think we got ramen this night, if I remember correctly. Again, wish I could have marked more, but alas, didn't have all the room. So we did some shopping, and I just hung out with my in-laws this night because everyone was tired from the beach, and my parents were somewhere else. They like went down south or something and did their own little trip. So it was just like me and the in-laws in our condo. So yeah, that was really fun part of the week. I can't even Like, I just wish I could go back to this time. Like, the fact that this was now a year ago, I'm just sad because I'm like, I want to go back. Like, my Christmas this year is going to be so boring. On Thursday was really fun. So first we went to the Grand Palace. I wanted to show my in-laws the Grand Palace. That's like one of the most iconic places to stop at in Bangkok. It's like just Buddhist temples after Buddhist temples. So we stopped there and then we had a family lunch on the river because the Grand Palace is on the river. And while I was getting into our car, I literally concussed myself. I gave myself the worst headache ever. I banged my head so hard on the car. I did not feel good, but I sucked it up. We went to the Erewhon Museum, which I've never been to. It was another place Jake found online, either on Instagram or TikTok, and it was just this beautiful elephant filled museum, and it was really really nice, and I have again never been there, so that was really cool. We came back from our little day trip of tourism. I hung out with the kids, and then this night, I remember this night so vividly. We went to Sushi Conveyor Belt, which I had been craving. My in-laws had actually never had Sushi Conveyor Belt, and now they've had it in the States because I like dragged them to a place in Washington DC for my brother-in-law's birthday because they loved this place so much. But yeah, that was their first Sushi Conveyor Belt experience, and unfortunately, like I said, I got like literally concussed earlier this day, and I did not feel good at this place. The rotating sushi belt was giving me the worst headache ever on top of the bright lights, and you know it's bad when I can't even eat sushi. Like, sushi is my everything. So just marked that I finished the night off with a migraine. On 30th, this was me and Jake's 10.5 years, which is good to know because I actually forgot how long we've been together now. So now I know it's coming up on 11.5. I slept in this day because, again, I had my massive migraine. And then Jake ordered this pizza from one of like the world's best pizza websites. A bunch of them are in Bangkok, which is hilarious. But it's also not hilarious because Bangkok's an international city, and I feel like you don't realize until you're there that like they literally have everything. So the fact that they have amazing pizza is not surprising, but like it kind of is because like I just am so used to eating Thai food and, you know, Asian food down there that I forget, oh, there's like the best pizza spot in the world right over here. And it was really, really good. He ended up, I don't know if I marked it, but he ended up getting it the next day as well, for like my whole family to try because they haven't really had good pizza. Nor are they really even fans of pizza, so I guess it doesn't matter, but yeah. So we got pizza. I had my hair and makeup, and I rented this beautiful dress and shoes and accessories and got my hair and makeup done. And then we had our Thai wedding. It was so much fun. I love those photos still to this day. The one photo is like all my PR photos of me in my dress, and I just had such a good time. So yeah, we had my Thai wedding. My whole dad side of the family, who was like in Thailand at the time, was there. And yeah, it was a really, really good time. We took a lots of photos this day. So I, of course, wanted to mark that. And then we cut the cake. The cake was so good. My cousin was basically like my wedding planner and planned this whole thing. And it was just amazing. I'm so grateful. And then we just partied. I think we did more karaoke. Karaoke is a very big thing in Asian culture, I feel like. So I don't feel like that's that surprising. But in case you didn't know. So yeah, we partied, and then that night I just cuddled Jake. On Saturday, it was New Year's Eve. This was another amazing, amazing day. I got a massage this day because I wanted to get one more massage before we left. We left the next night. So I got a massage. I went to the mall called MBK, which is one of the biggest malls in Thailand. And if you are going to Thailand, one of the things you have to do is go to a mall. Like, their malls are stories on stories high with the best freaking food court. And like basically how the malls are in Thailand is each floor is like a different section. So one floor is all technology, another floor is all jewelry, another floor is all shoes, another floor is all women's clothes, another floor is all kids clothes. Like, it's like that, and it's just kind of crazy. So we went to that mall, and then I hung out with my cousins. Um, had a little family dinner. We did more karaoke. Yeah, we had a family dinner on the rooftop of the restaurant my family owns, which was really, really nice. I hadn't been on the rooftop because the rooftop is something new they added recently, and it was so beautiful up there. So we had a little family dinner. We did more karaoke. This was like our last night all as a family. And it's really hard when like your family is literally all over the world. Like I have cousins in Europe, I have cousins in Asia, I have cousins across America, and like coming together all together in Asia, in Thailand is just so much fun to be able to see everyone. There's so many of us. And it's just truly such a good time. And then this night we did go out. It was so fun. We went out to like this sky bar in Bangkok that I don't even know how we got in. It was literally for like celebrities. There was like a private bar. It was like crazy. It was the nicest friggin' bar I've ever been to in my whole life and probably will be. But yeah, my cousin is like an it girl there in IRL there. So that was awesome. And then we were lit AF. We took a tuk-tuk home, I remember, which is like the taxi, the Thai taxis on three wheels. And it was just a really amazing, amazing night. This week was honestly like probably the best week of my year. And most of it was in 2022. On Sunday, it was New Year's Day. So I marked that. We had brunch at the restaurant that my family owns. So we did that. And then I babysat my cousin's kiddos. I guess I used matte silver and matte bronze. Or is this matte bronze? No, that's matte bronze. I was like, why does that look matte silver all of a sudden? We said goodbyes to my grandmother and my cousins and everyone. It was so, so sad because like, especially my grandmother, like she's in her 90s and like, I mean, I don't want to be morbid, but like you just never know. And it's just sad because she's literally across the whole entire world from me. Went back to Champan, the restaurant we own, for one more family dinner. We had family time. We did the spirit houses, which is just like praying to, I don't even know. I could not tell you, but they're all over the restaurant, all over the house. So we just did the incense Buddhism prayer things. If I'm being honest, I'm not Buddhist. My dad is, but I just, practice it culturally. I believe some principles, but I am mainly atheist. I packed, had an all-nighter. We left at like 4 a.m. We got McDonald's this night because I was like, wait, guys, we have to try Thai McDonald's before we leave. So we tried that. It was actually so freaking good. I don't remember the highlights, but I do remember making a whole TikTok on it. I'm pretty sure the dessert was like bangers, but I don't remember what it was. But yeah, that was really fun. We basically just ordered McDonald's on like their version of Uber Eats, and it came to our condo and we ate it at like 2 a.m. And then we left that day to fly back to America. And the whole second we flew back, and then I was reunited with Oliver, which was also like the saddest part of my trip was obviously not being with Oliver, but the rest of the trip was so freaking fun. So I'm sorry again, this wasn't a Q&A. And if you, sent me a question or anything, I very much appreciate it. I'm just sorry my ability to screenshot is terrible. I did put in some custom quote overlays from Plannahana as well. This is basically all SPC and Plannahana in terms of foil and kit wise or foil wise. So I have the BKK Thailand on the side of the box that says love is in the air, which is why I felt like I could use this kit because it seemed more wedding vibe than birthday vibe. But I'm pretty sure it's a birthday vibe kit. Am I wrong? I don't know. But yeah. And then I added the December 30th, 2022 side box thing on December 30th, 2022. And then I put in Happy New Year on the 31st on New Year's Eve. And were those all my quotes? Possibly. I feel like there should be one more because there should have been four. Oh, the fourth one was Jake and Laura, which I put in the sidebar. So yeah, that is the spread in full. Again, thank you guys so, so much. If you watched this bonus fun little plan with me, I kind of just like scrambled and was like, wait, I have this extra footage. I should definitely upload it because a plan with me is a plan with me. We're going to cherish it no matter what. And honestly, this week was fire flames. I do not mind reliving it. If I had to do second plan with me's on some of my other weeks, I'd be like, hell no. But this week, amazing. Like if I had to do a second plan with me on my upcoming New Year's Eve and New Year's Day extravaganza, it would not be as fun. I'm going to forewarn you. So this was really just a fun trip. I love going to Thailand. I love being Thai. I love embracing who I am. It just feels like home to go home and see everyone that looks like you and like speaks a different language. It's just very nice. If you know, you know. So that is that for this spread. Again, this was my first spread of the year, so it will be in my archives, but that is pretty much it. It will just be featured on YouTube. Thank you guys if you have watched this video this far, and I will talk to you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye. Oh, and these are the leftovers. Bye.